Hey guys, Mike from MikesLife, and I'm not going to edit this video at all because it is currently almost 3:30 in the morning here, but if I don't do this video, then I'm not going to do the next video, and then I'm never going to upload on my channel again. Not that most of you care about that anyway. So on my Twitter, I put up a poll and asked what you guys want to see. And I pulled it up right now. I also asked some friends in a group chat of mine who don't have Twitter, so that's why the result is what it is. And my options were a song cover by Shane Dawson, a song cover of a Disney song, my week in Tennessee, or both cover and update. And technically the winner is both cover and update, even in the group chat without Twitter. So that's what I'm doing. But I'm probably going to do a Disney song because that's what the non-Twitter group chat requested the most. So I'm sorry to the person that wanted me to do Shane Dawson's song. That will be coming at some point in my lifetime. But anyway, so this video is my week in Tennessee. Now I'm a little behind because, as you all know, I didn't post. And it was the... What week was that? Oh god, I'm gonna have to go through the text. It may have been the week of July 16th to July 20th. Because I mean, week, a school week basically, I guess. 5 days, but 4 nights, 5 days, that stuff. Yeah, alright, July 16th to July 20th. That's when I was in Tennessee. If you don't know this, I'm from Illinois, so, fun. And my mom is really into country music and all that, and she loves Nashville and stuff. And I have never had any interest in going whatsoever. I can't even name anyone from Nashville except for Miley Cyrus and Billy Ray Cyrus, because I like Hannah Montana, and that's the only reason I know that. So, I spent a week in Tennessee. I'm in this program, and they took us on a trip to Tennessee. So it was just me, a bunch of other kids around my age, and then 4 adults, plus the tour guides when they were on the bus with us. So, first off, the trip there. So it's about a 9-hour drive, because we were going to Memphis first. That's where we were staying for most of the trip there. So we went to Memphis first, so that's about a 9-hour drive down. And we had to go through, I pulled up a map, because although I passed my state's test in 6th grade, that doesn't mean I remember anything, because I never remember anything. I have a really bad memory. That's also why I never upload videos. So we passed through Missouri and Arkansas to get to Memphis. And on the way back, we went through Kentucky, which I've been there, so, been there, done that. Anyway, so we hit traffic, or not traffic, there was an accident or something on this stretch of road. I don't know what you call it, I don't drive. But that delayed us about 2 hours. So I was in a bus. It's a coach bus, so it was a nice bus. But I was on a bus for 11 hours, and I wanted to die. It was awful. And we get to Memphis, and we ate dinner in Hard Rock Cafe, which is probably the only reason I was excited on going, because I've always wanted to eat at a Hard Rock Cafe, and I never have. We ate in like a basement level of it, like away from everyone else. I guess that's where they hold parties, maybe? I have no clue. I'm just comparing a Chuck E. Cheese, really. And there was no service down there, so if I want to Google something about who someone was, I couldn't do that, because my phone didn't have any service there. No one's phone had service there. So they let us have a limited menu. It was only for like youth groups or whatever, so there was a limited menu, so I have no clue what Hard Rock Cafe actually offers. But of my youth menu, I picked the charbroiled hamburger, which was, it was really good. I love hamburgers, and it was pretty good. And I think I got Pepsi, or Dr. Pepper, I don't know, something. I didn't know Mountain Dew was owned by Pepsi. I love Mountain Dew. I have some right here, Voltage, in case you guys are wondering. But I had no clue that was by Pepsi, so it counted as Pepsi products, so I missed out on having Mountain Dew, and that made me sad and depressed. Anyway, so we were in Memphis. We ate at Hard Rock Cafe. We walked down Beale Street, which was pretty cool. I liked all the lights. I liked all the stuff. We couldn't hear the tour guide, so any history that he was saying about the place was lost on me. Then we stood in front of this one people. We didn't even go in to see the street performers. I mean, not street performers, the musicians. We just kind of stood out of it for like 10 minutes. Then we got back on the bus and went to the hotel. We stayed at Drury Inn and Suites, so technically our hotel was in Missouri, like just outside of Tennessee. And it was nice. I mean, my room was on the second floor, which I didn't really like because I like being up high in hotels. I love looking down at the window and all that. But it was a nice hotel. I was in the pool pretty much every single time we were there. Not pretty much every single day we were there, I was in the pool because I love being in the pool. It was supposed to be 2 to a room, but my friend, her roommate didn't show up for the trip, so she roomed with me and another friend. And I don't know if they watched my channel or not, but that was a bad experience for everyone, really. So, second day. God, what did we do the second day? See, I told you, I got a bad memory. I really should have done this video, like, as soon as I came back from Tennessee. I pulled my phone. I texted my mom, not because she wanted me to, but because I liked showing her the food and reminding her that I was somewhere she wants to be, and she was not. Because I'm great like that, you know? So the whole point was that we were supposed to go on college tours and stuff, but really we got to do anything as long as it was, like, had a little educational purpose, or, like, you know, it was cool. So, alright. So, let's see, next day, oh yeah, the second day we went to Graceland, Elvis Presley's home. Now, my parents also love Elvis Presley. I have not heard a single Elvis Presley song except the ones that were in Lilo and Stitch, and that's my knowledge on Elvis Presley. Except for the fact that we share the same birthday. But that's kind of been overshadowed now that I know David Bowie also has that birthday. So, you know, that's really cool. And Stephen Hawking, January 8th, you know, we're the best. So, hold on, let me fix my blanket. So, I was, you know, it was like, cool, I get to go to Graceland. My parents like Elvis, they'll be jealous. So, Graceland itself was cool. I bought a cookies and cream milkshake, which was fantastic, and I bought a leather-ish, like fake leather journal with TBC on it, which I guess means taking care of business, baby. I guess that's what he said. I have no clue. Like I said, I know nothing about Elvis. That was $7, and that was like one of the cheapest things in the entire place because Elvis, although he's dead, likes taking all our money. So that was not fun. But you know, I got that journal, and then my friend also got the same journal, like with a different logo on it. I also got a coin from it. I would show you these things, but oh wait, never mind. I found them. So here's the bag that you get. Here's my journal. Trying to get it in the light more. Taking care of business, baby. I haven't written it yet, but it is nice. And then my friend bought these 3 medallions, and she gave me one. I picked the one that matched my journal. Can't really see that at all. But this side has Elvis on it. It says King of Rock and Roll, and then the other side has the one part that matches the logo on my journal. So that was cool. And obviously I can't show you the milkshake because I drank it all. So that was really cool. And for lunch, we were at Vernon's Smokehouse, I guess named after his dad. It's a whole barbecue place, and I love barbecue. I was like, every time they said we were going to barbecue, though, I was thinking ribs and stuff. Like, I love ribs. I was like, ooh, can't wait. But then it was never ribs. They kept like baiting me, throwing me the hook, reeling me in, and then it was a sham. So, despite my friends telling me not to, well, my friend in particular, he was like, don't do that, you're gonna die. I ordered the barbecue spaghetti. I got the chocolate ice cream, the mac and cheese, the bread roll, the mashed potatoes, and I got a pop mixture because that's what I do. If you give me different options of pops, I will drink all of them at the same time. So the barbecue spaghetti tasted like a bad version of my family's sloppy joes, which is not what you want from spaghetti. The mashed potatoes, I don't like potato skins. Alright? I don't like the skin of a potato. And these potatoes had a lot of the skin in it. It was also very bland. I normally eat potatoes with lots of salt, so it was very bland. And then while I was throwing away my garbage, I realized they had the salt up by the trash, which makes no sense whatsoever. The ice cream, delicious. The bread, delicious. The mac and cheese, it could have been way better. So that was that. If you want a picture, I have it right here. So I sent my mother. It was not good. And then for dinner that night, we were at BB King's, which is like this really cool restaurant stuff. It's by Beale Street. It's on Beale Street, and it's supposed to be like, super like historic and stuff. And they have live music there. The issue is that music was very loud. That place also sold ribs, but we were not allowed to have those ribs. I was really being baited here, guys. I was really mad. So they actually only gave us like 2 options, and one of them was fish. I don't eat fish, so I had to go with fried chicken. I also don't eat fried chicken, but I also got the mashed potatoes, and they had this pasta, with like some kind of cheese over it. I don't know what kind of cheese. I didn't ask. I just ate it because that was good. I gave the fried chicken to my friend, and I ate the mashed potatoes as well because those were also pretty good. Here's that picture. My drink, I believe I had Pepsi, yeah. But yeah, that stuff was really good. The next night, I can't tell you where we were because I didn't tell my mother where we were, and therefore, it's all lost. I don't have a memory. But this dinner, we had pulled pork. I've never had pulled pork before. My parents always say I have. I don't believe I have. But they had it there. And it was like, do you want the barbecue sauce or do you want the hot barbecue sauce? I'm like, I don't do decisions, so I had both on it at the same time. And that was probably one of the best decisions I've ever made. Oh, actually, I think I do remember. I believe this was the day we went to go see the Civil Rights Museum and the Martin Luther King, museum thing. Which was really cool, actually. I liked seeing it, the history and all that. My friends were very inappropriate in that trip, and I'm sure everybody that was around us wanted to kick us out straight away. But it was really cool to see. And yeah, I think this is that same day. So here's my dinner. They only had like greens and stuff, like cooked greens, and I don't eat that. The only green vegetables I eat are celery with lots of peanut butter and broccoli, which has to be cold and has to be smothered in ranch. And by smothered, I mean I got dipped in ranch. And I said the mac and cheese didn't look good, and then my friend had the mac and cheese and said it wasn't good. So it was just the pulled pork sandwich, which was really good. My can of Pepsi. And there's a lemon on my plate because I eat lemons. Fun fact about me. So, it was good. Hold on. Alright, and then so that was 3 days. Yes, we spent 3 days. Monday night, Tuesday night, Wednesday night. Yes, we spent 3 days in Memphis. And then we were on our way to Nashville. I got this view over a lake, which was really cool. River, lake, same difference. And that was cool. We didn't stop, but we passed by the Country Music Hall of Fame, which I also sent to my mom. But we went so quickly, and I wasn't noticing. I just got a picture of it. We were doing different college tours. I went to Lemoyne Owen. I went to University of Tennessee, I think it was. I don't know. All I know is that one of those days, it was really hot, too hot to be walking around outside. I had Starbucks that day. I remember I got triple mocha frappuccino, grande size. It was really hot, and I was gonna die. So I did not want to go to that college. Actually, I didn't want to go to any of those colleges, because while some of them seemed cool, I prefer the cold, I realized, being in Nashville. I don't like the heat. probably why I'm moving to New York, where it's, rainy and cold, and it's a city. It's basically like Chicago, really. It's just bigger and, you know, has meaner people. Actually, probably not. Chicago people are mean. Um, we passed by Vanderbilt University, and you guys wouldn't know this because I don't talk about it. But during school, we had to do a mock college fair, and me and my friend got Vanderbilt University, and we only picked it because we thought the name sounded cool. But then we kind of, Vanderbilt seemed like a really cool college, and we were kind of upset when we were told we weren't going there. So then we passed by it, and then the lady was talking as if we were going to go on a tour, and I was so excited. They didn't have a Vanderbilt tour guide, so actually we couldn't go in anywhere. We walked up a sidewalk, walked back, waited, went back on the bus. It was awful, and I was so upset. Once again, they hooked me, yanked it away. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah, so that night, I didn't... Oh, I must have skipped a day. So that Thursday night, oh yeah, so that time I was talking about the country music, the Vanderbilt thing happened the last day I was in Nashville, before we were leaving. But on that Thursday, when we passed by Country Music Hall of Fame, we were going to Wild Horse Saloon. And we were having a whole bunch of food there. It was like a whole buffet thing. I got some kind of meat. I don't know. They didn't tell me. Wasn't listed. It was just listed as barbecue. But, man, it was good. And I had a Caesar salad. Man, that was good. And then it was... What else did I have? I think it was some kind of noodles. Man, that was good. I had Sprite. And so that was when we were supposed to take line dancing lessons. They made it seem like they were going to force us to do that. I refuse to do that. Found out we didn't have to. It was a choice, which was really cool. So I didn't do it. I got videos of my friends and some other people doing it. But there was this new country artist. His name is Tyler Braden. He's like up and coming, I guess. He's from Montgomery. A little bit of a sham though, because on stage he was saying he was from a small town in Alabama that starts with an S. But when I looked him up, his own website was saying he's from Montgomery, Alabama, and I'm like, suspicious. But whatever. So he was playing a lot of original songs, and I'm sure they were good if you like country music. There were these three little girls in the front. Because it's a giant, stage thing where you can do the line dancing and all that when they do that. But there's three little girls in the front, and they were, screaming and jumping and dancing. He waved at them, and they, were ready to die. It was like a 5-minute bedtime rush. It was wow. So I guess, he was somewhat knowable. But me and my friend kept joking that the only good song he did was when he covered Fall Out Boy's Sugar We're Going Down. He did really good at that song. I have a video of, us singing along. It was good. I'm not doing that again, sorry. So it was fun. And then that Friday, that's when we moved hotels, actually, because we weren't going to a hotel in Missouri just to go back to Nashville. So that night, we stayed in the Drury Hotels in Nashville, and then me and my roommate were on the 7th floor. That third roommate got switched to another room because she was complaining so much, which is understandable. So then we got moved up, and we were in the 7th floor, and I looked out the window, I'm like, this is what I want. This is the life I want. Up high. And that hotel was nice. The pool was way bigger. The hot tub was way bigger. Not that I used the hot tub. I was just in the pool the whole time. I tried teaching my friend how to swim. Didn't go well. She can't swim. She's hopeless. So yeah, the hotel was way bigger. It's really cool. And then that Friday, we only there for one night. Kind of sucked, honestly, being there for one night. And then we went back on the bus. Only drove for 6 hours because we were in Nashville, which is closer to Illinois. And then we were on our way home. And when I got home, I ate the Five Guys that was left in our fridge, and I went to bed. So that was my week in Tennessee. I talked to absolutely no new people. I didn't even mention the Graceland thing. I hated it. Because I don't like being where dead people have lived, right? It's always freaked me out. It's like my thing with, really old people. I don't tend to like them. Also, I've kind of had bad experiences with really old people. So there's another thing. But I hated it so much. I was so freaked out. I got really weird vibes from it. And the dude itself, Elvis, he had some weird statues in his house. He had this teddy bear from, I guess his time or whatever. but it scared me. I have a few pictures. I don't have a lot though because I was worried if I took a picture his ghost would show up, and I hated it. I was scared, honestly. And seriously, in that house I was freaked out. And then we were going to the memorial garden, and like the Zen garden, that's what they kept telling me. They're like, we're going to the Zen garden next, and I'm like, ooh, Zen, meditation. Yeah, it was the meditation garden, Zen garden. I'm like, I'm into that. I love all that stuff. That's where he's buried. That's where him and most of his family is buried. So, you can imagine me being freaked out by that house, but like calm, being ready to go Zen some stuff up. And then I see the gravestones. And I almost screamed so loud. I freaked out. I hated it. I did not want to be there at all. I was so glad when we got to leave because I just couldn't take that anymore. My favorite part was honestly the stuff that had little to do with Elvis, and that was when we were in the exhibit of all the people through like, the big star people that have been influenced by Elvis's fashion, like Dolly Parton, The Rock, love him, and like Kiss and all that. That was my favorite part, and Elvis wasn't even in the museum itself. It was just his fashion influence. So that was my week in Tennessee. My song cover will be coming soon once I figure out a Disney song to do. So, gotta wait for that. But that was my week in Tennessee. It was hot. I kept getting baited for barbecue, and I didn't get it. I kept drinking Pepsi until that, final night of dinner at Wild Horse Saloon when I had Sprite, and it was such a weird change. I kept spending a lot of money on hot chips. Whoops. I'm addicted to hot chips. I bought 2 books there. 3 if you count my Newsweek magazine of Harry Potter stuff. It's back there in that cubby right there that I'm pointing at. It's got a bunch of behind the scenes stuff for the movie, which is really cool. And yeah, that was my week in Tennessee. It is now almost 4 in the morning. It's been recording for 22 minutes, and I'm not editing any of this. So if you managed to sit through this 22 minutes of me talking about Tennessee, congratulations, I love you, and now you're my favorite. It's probably going to go up to tomorrow, honestly. I'm getting kind of tired. So, But anyway, yes, that was my week in Tennessee. If you live in Nashville or Memphis or Tennessee at all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry for bashing on your state so much. I never had any interest in the first place to be there. I just like leaving my house and exploring new places. And I learned I hated it. I mean, I didn't hate it. The food was good. A lot of the food was good. Just some of it was not. And the museums were really cool. And I liked the history of it. It's just hot, and I don't like hot. I'm from Illinois. We have cold and winter all the time. It's always rainy, it's always cloudy, it's always snowy. Nashville just wasn't the place for me. Anyway, so that was my week in Tennessee. This was Mike's Life. Goodbye.